We're in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Tommy Hume with the Reds out in front 1-0. And John McNamara, making a couple of defensive changes in the outfield, has installed Hector Cruz in right field, replacing Dave Collins. Cruz will be batting in the number 1 spot. And Paul Blair has taken over for George Foster in left field, and he'll be batting in the 4th position. Joel Youngblood 0 for 3. He is hoping that facing a new pitcher will change his luck. Bill Bonham struck him out 3 times. Well, Hume, who knocked off Mazzilli, Hebner, and Cranepool in order in the 8th, now goes against Joel Youngblood to begin the 9th inning. Joel, the club leader in home runs with 15. And here's a pitch to him, swung on and grounded to shortstop. Concepcion unloads, and he got him. 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out, bringing to the plate Danny Norman, the right fielder. Andy Hassler, the lone worker in the Mets bullpen. Doug Baer throwing for Cincinnati. One to nothing Reds with 1 out on the home ninth. Norman is singled and 3 times up. He takes a strike. Tommy 2 outs away from getting his 10th save of the season. Boy, has he been brilliant. Unbelievable. Check swing. That looked like a good pitch. At least it did to Hume and Corral, but Lanny Harris didn't think so. 1-1. Doug Flynn in the on-deck circle. Norman takes it away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blair playing Norman straight away in left. Geronimo likewise in center. Cruz also in right straight away. Strike 2 call. 2-2. Hume rocks to the wide. He kicks and he throws and pops him up but out of play to the right. Count holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1:35 will be our airtime tomorrow afternoon, middle game of the series. Norman, a bouncer toward third, charging is Ray Knight up. Quick throw to first. Big stretch by Dreesen, and he got it. That was a high shot to third base. Ray Knight, of course, was playing deep. He came in like gangbusters and fired on the move, and Dreesen with a big stretch completed the outplay at first. So now it's up to Doug Flynn, and he's had 2 of New York's 5 hits, a double and a single, and has been intentionally walked. So Doug is 2 for 2 on the night. Ron Hodges, a left-handed batter, would hit for Neil Allen if Flynn can get on. And Doug drives one to right center. Geronimo can't get it. Ball goes by. Picking it up is Cruz. Flynn comes to second, and he is double with 2 out. Doug Flynn jumping on Tommy Hume's first pitch and lining a double to right center. Geronimo dove for the ball and could not come up with it. So Ron Hodges will pinch hit for Neil Allen. So the Mets continue the suspense here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. After Youngblood and Norman grounded out, Doug Flynn, first pitch hitting, a 2-base hit. He carries a tying run. And at the plate, Ron Hodges. Native Virginian, batting 145, no homers and 3 RBIs. Now, Tommy Hume having to bow his back now as he looks down to Vic Corral, and Flynn takes a stroll off second base. Here's a stretch in the pitch, and Hodges checks his swing on a low curveball. 4-1. Cincinnati scoring the only run of the night in the 8th inning on a 2-out single by Morgan and a double by Dave Concepcion. Now Flynn, an inning later, has doubled with 2 out in the 9th. The Mets are trying to tie it up. The 1-0 from Hume to Hodges. That's high. Ball 2. Two and 0 on the left-handed batting Hodges. And now Dave Concepcion calls time. He comes into the mound to talk with Hume. Ray Knight walking in from third base. Vic Carrell starts out from the plate. And the meeting breaking off. Two balls, no strikes. Frank Taveras would be the next hitter. Hodges settles back in. Hume with a stop and a pitch. Ball 3. Three balls and no strikes. Tommy has been right around the plate, but no strike call as yet on Hodges. And that one is over on the inside corner. Strike 1 call. Three and 1. Hume looking around. Hodges away from the plate. Doug Flynn at second. 2 out. Mets 9th inning. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Danny Dreesen coming in from first, near the mound. This one belongs to the Reds. Here in the 9th inning for New York, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. The Reds successfully kick off the 11-game road trip as they defeat the New York Mets 1-0. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, pitching was the name of the game here at Shea Stadium tonight. Ray Barris picked up a few days ago after the New York Yankees released him. New York Mets signed him, and boy, I'll tell you, he did a super job on the mound, giving up only 2 hits and no runs in 7 innings. The Reds threatened on him in the first when, with 1 down, Joe Morgan doubled, could not get him home. And the Reds then again threatened in the 6th inning when Bill Bonham reached on an error by Richie Hebner. Collins moved him to second with a bunt. Morgan flied to right. Dave Concepcion got a walk, and the threat ended when George Foster flied out to left field. New York, of course, posed a few threats against Bill Bonham in the first inning with 2 out, a Mazzilli single, a stolen base, a walk to Hebner. Bill got Kranepool on a foul pop to first. They had a 2-out double in the 2nd inning by Flynn, but Burris bounced out. And then after 2 were out in the 4th inning and a runner at first base, Kranepool, Norman singled to right center, went to second when Geronimo bobbled the ball for an error, and Kranepool advanced to third. But Doug Flynn drew an intentional walk. Bonham got out of that scrape by striking out Ray Barris. In the 6th inning, a leadoff double by Hebner. The next 3 batters went down. In the 7th inning, a leadoff single by Flynn, a sacrifice by pinch hitter Gil Flores. Bonham again rose to the occasion, getting Taveras and Stearns on groundouts. Both Bonham and Burris left after 7, and the Reds scored what proved to be the only run of the night in the 8th inning off rookie right-hander Neil Allen. After he struck out Harry Spillman and Dave Collins, Joe Morgan lined a single to right center and then scored from first base when Dave Concepcion drove a double to the wall in right center field. Tommy Hume pitched 2 scoreless innings, giving up 1 base hit. That was a 2-out double to Doug Flynn in the 9th inning, but then he ended the game by inducing pinch hitter Ron Hodges to pop up to first base, and the Reds were a winner 1-0. Cincinnati had a run on 4 hits with an error, 5 stranded. The Mets no run, 6 hits, 1 error, and 9 left. Bonham the winner, 7-5. Hume another save, his 10th of the year, and Allen suffers his 7th loss compared with 4 wins. The Reds will try to stretch their winning streak to 4 as they battle the Mets in an afternoon game tomorrow. Freddie Norman 10-10 will be on for John McNamara's band, and for the New York Mets, it will be right-hander Craig Swan. He has won 12 games on the season. We'll be on the air tomorrow with the pregame shows on most of these same stations beginning at 1:35 Cincinnati time. Again, the final score tonight in a game that took 2 hours and 11 minutes to play before a crowd of 13,171. The Reds won and the Mets nothing.